Yes, let us see now this part C. We are going to apply some rules here to change, to prove this. We need to show that this product is equal to 1 out of 16. So meaning we need to find a way of eliminating all the trigonometric ratios. So as I can see here, there is a cos 60, which is a half. So I can just get that out straight away. So I'll be having a half times cos 40, cos 20, cos 80. This is the left hand side now. Now when you have a product of cos, this can be changed to sum, that is a half of cos. When you add them, this is 60, and when you subtract them, that is plus cos 20, then times cos 80 degrees. So we are lucky we still have a cos 60 here, which is going to give us a half. So this is a quarter times a half plus cos 20 degrees dot cos 80 degrees. Multiply a quarter in the bracket here, we get 1 out of 8 plus 1 out of 4 cos 20 degrees. So from that, don't forget this cos 80 degrees. I'm going to multiply the cos 80 degrees in this bracket. So we shall be having we're gonna have 1 out of 8 cos 80 degrees plus 1 out of 4 cos 20 degrees cos 80 degrees. So we have 1 out of 8 now, cos 80 degrees plus, now this is going to be a product, so it is the same as a half, so it is a quarter times a half, then of course when you add them, this is 100 plus cos, when you subtract them, which is 60. Okay, so from here, by the way, if you are taking 20 minus 80, it should be negative 60, but I'm neglecting that negative. It doesn't affect this, because cos of negative 60 is the same as cos 60. So we have 1 out of 8 cos 80 degrees plus 1 out of 8 cos 100, then plus 1 out of 8, this is a half times a half, so we shall be having 1 out of 16 plus, then 1 out of 8, we have cos 80 cos 80 plus cos 100 degrees, don't forget. Okay, so from here we do have to now change this to product, cos plus a cos, that is going to be 2. So we have 1 out of 16 plus 1 out of 8, then here we shall have 2 cos plus cos, we get 2 cos cos, so this is 2 cos add them and divide by 2, that is 180, this is 90, then cos, subtract them and divide by 2, we shall have 20 divided by 2, which is 10, but cos 90 is 0, and all of this is 0, so it remains 1 out of 16 plus 0, which is equal to 1 out of 16. And that is what we've been struggling to get. So that is how we do such numbers. So please keep practicing. The things will be easy. So now let us do part D. In part D, now here sine of 60 is root 3 over 2. We can get rid of that straight away. Root 3 over 2. So we shall now be having root 3 over 2 times sine 50 degrees sine 10 degrees and sine 70 degrees. So now we are going to transform sine. Transforming sine, let us see, this is root 3 over 2. Now sine is going to be negative a half, then cos, add the angles, this gives us 60, then minus cos, subtract the angles, you get 40. So this is the cos, the sine, sorry. So now times sine 70 degrees. Times sine 70 degrees. Now from there, we have a half here, which we need to remove straight away. So we have negative root 3 over 4. Inside the bracket, we have a half minus cos 40 degrees, then sine 70 degrees. So I'm going to multiply this into the bracket. So this will be negative root 3 over 8, then plus cos negative this times the negative cos 4, we shall get plus root 3 over 4 cos 40. Then we have a sine 70 degrees. I'm also going to multiply the sine into this big bracket, so we shall get negative root 3 out of 8 sine 70 plus this times this, we get root 3 out of 4 cos 40 sine 70 degrees. Alright, so there is a product here, cosine, and a cosine is sine, we shall subtract. So this is going to be negative root 3 out of 8 sine 70 degrees. Okay, now plus root 3 out of 4, then this is going to be a half. Now when you have cos, we shall get a half. No, cosine, it is a half, then sine, when we add, so add this, you get 110 minus sine when you subtract them. So this is going to become a plus because this is negative 30 and sine affects the negative affect the sine of any angle. So this is going to be sine 30, but a plus So what I can see now, that this is going to be a half, so we shall get negative root 3 out of 8 sine 70 degrees plus, this is root 3 over 8 sine 110 degrees, then this times a half, we shall have root 3 over 8 over 16. Root 3 over 16. So let me create some more space here. So I have root 3 out of 16 plus, I'm going to factorize root 3 out of 8. So that I get sine 110 degrees minus sine of 70 degrees. Okay, this is root 3 out of 16 plus root 3 out of 8. Then where we have a sine minus a sine, changing it to product, this is going to be 2 cos sine. So this is going to be 2 cos, add the angles and divide by 2, we get 90, because it will be 180 by 2, which is 90 degrees. Then sine, subtract the angles, we get 40, then divide by 2, we get 20 degrees. But now this one here, cos of 90 is 0, meaning the whole of this is going to be 0. So we have left 3 over 16 plus 0, which is root 3 out of 16. And this was our struggle, which we have achieved. So please subscribe to the channel. That's how we do such numbers. So please do much practice. Factor formula is very important. We shall find it even in integration. So thank you for watching. I sign out.